Yo. Check. What's up? You guys hear me? Are we live? Are we going? Is the lighting okay? Haven't recorded here before. This is all new. How's everyone doing? All 8 of you. What's up? It's been a while. I have no... I have no real agenda today. Last time I was like, I had parks to still go to for the season. I had things I wanted to do, but this is kind of just, I wanted to do a live again. I wanted to hang out again, and I hadn't had that Fiesta Texas video up, and so I told myself as soon as I get that video up, then I can go live. So the mid-course is set up on him, and he was a little late. I was a lot closer this time. If you guys were here for the first live stream, I was very late. The tech is working a little bit better this time around, but I had to scramble to get something set up because, like I said, I have moved, so this is a new space, and this was not really shoot ready until several minutes ago. So there we go. Wizard Cat. Yeah, Wizard Cat. I hope today can still shape up for you. And we're not even halfway through the weekend yet, so I hope things go well. Mustache looks good. Welcome back. Thank you. Yeah, it's funny because editing like the Fiesta Texas video took too long to put together. There was a lot going on outside of videos, but it was funny editing myself, and I'm like, I don't really look like that anymore. So kind of funny. Glad to see you back. Fiesta Texas is definitely the best Six Flags in the chain. Absolutely. And I think like for sure legacy Six Flags parks, but I would say that's one of the better parks in the new chain as well. Like honestly, I was very impressed by Fiesta Texas, and I feel like it's a weird mix now of like there are some legacy Cedar Fair parks that are really high quality, right? Like you have like the Paramount Parks, or what was it before that? The Taft Broadcasting. Those parks, like the King's Parks and Canada's Wonderland, like they're high quality, but they're not like super themed. And in a weird way, there were areas of Fiesta Texas I felt like were like less quality. Not all of the spots, definitely not all, but like the DC area, and then there was just like the area by, I don't even know. Once you get through kind of the immediate area around like Dr. Diabolical, and then towards the entrance when you come around that side. Like the whole area by Iron Rattler and the Mine Train, super good. But the quality in some areas isn't quite as good, but the theming is a ton better. So it's like, it's kind of an interesting mix. I liked your Texas video. Thank you. I liked making it. Like how you doing that, where it looks like old footage. Yeah, thanks, Tay. I have no idea where that camera is, but I actually shoot with a separate like camcorder. I have a Lego one. Look at this. Got this for Christmas. Lego camcorder. That's super cool. Can't see anything. There is no screen. So that's kind of cool. That's what the one I shoot with looks like. It's actually like really close to this size too. I tried at first to just put an effect on my main camera footage to do that, but it always kind of came out looking weird. So I was like, I might as well just grab an actual camcorder. That'd be cool. Little loud, sorry, Jerry. Tone it down. Is that better on the music? I can turn the mic up. Little loud, little loud. It's more than negative. It was negative 35. And I'm still going down. I'm at like between negative 40 and negative 45 right now. Is that good? Drew, I never got the monitoring going. So I can't hear myself. I'm just going off of the meters right now. Cool. Perfect. Love it. Nice orange cover. Yeah, no free branding. You guys see this? I really tried to hide that in the last one. I kind of forgot this time. Fee fine if you need the mic. Sorry if it's making loud mic noises. I'm sorry. No free brand. There we go. The nameless mic. Boom. Yeah, I don't know. I like it. I don't have as much cable as I thought. I like the orange mic cover. It's cool. It's orange. It's mid-course discourse orange. That's not true. It's just orange. But it takes up a lot of room. So, like, that's a lot of like a cleaner look. So I don't know what we want to do there. But anywho, oh my goodness, 13 of you. Well, I hope you are all having a wonderful Saturday, start to your weekend, whatever you may be doing. I'm losing my mind right now. I can't figure out how to angle this up enough. Like that? Can you still hear me well? I'll turn my mic up. Like this. Nice galaxy light. Yeah. I bet you know what one it is, Drew. Anyway, okay. I'm just rambling. So, it's a new year. And the Fiesta Texas video was last year. I recorded that in October. So, it's been a little bit since I've recorded something. And I'm kind of ready for new cool Disney shirt. Thank you. Oh, we got 2 on the shirt. I like your shirt. Which Disney park did you get it at? I got this. The Disney park I got this at is called Goodwill, but it was actually my roommate when I was at college. He knew I really liked parks, and he got this for me when he was at Goodwill, because we would do a lot of thrifting. That was like a thing we did. But he knew I liked Disney, so he got me this. It's a really cool shirt. I do like it. I am your Saturday night. Thanks, Yoko. I just got off Mick work. But yeah, so the season's done now. So this is when all enthusiasts enter their annual depression as they try and figure out what to do. And there's a few things. So I think I said this last live stream, but I'll say it again because it's been a while. The goal with the first season, I don't mean like a TV show season. I mean literally like the first amusement park season. I was making videos. This whole time, my goal has always been to have kind of a variety of different types of videos. So, sorry. Yeah. I've always wanted to like have the channel kind of be a balance of different type of videos. And right now there's only two types of videos, and there's only one, the first video, that's like kind of an analysis type of video. Like you could really tell if you were listening to it, especially since it was my first video on here too. Very scripted, very, kind of just talking through a thing. It was right when Doda Dompa closed. And I kind of was addressing the broader topic of extreme launching coasters, so like intimate accelerators, SNS air launched coasters. I've always like, I want to pair those sort of videos with vlogs, like kind of back and forth, kind of like all the main amusement park and coaster channels have a mix of content for a good reason. It's like there's different seasons, different times to do different things. And I think I kind of like doing both of them equally. The thing that I found is when I did that first video, I quickly realized, it's a hassle to just gather a bunch of footage from all over the internet, making sure it's, people who have uploaded it and given permission for other creators to use it. So all the footage in that first video of mine, like, it came from people who have royalty-free footage. So like Airtime Thrills, El Toro Ryan, they all have channels or footage that they say is copyright free. But it's a hassle, but also I think that part of like this channel is in my opinion, it's how I shoot things. It's not just like what I'm saying or my thoughts. It's also like the style of how I shoot. And that's not there when I'm using other people's footage. So as soon as I did that video, I was like, okay, I got to get my own, like I have to get a lot of my own footage, a healthy catalog of footage, so that when I want to make other topical videos or video essays, I can just take from my my library of amusement park footage. So that's kind of when I was like, okay, this first season, I just have to go to as many parks as I can, get as much footage as I can. And then that way I can kind of start having this back and forth of making different types of content, but also all of the content would be shot by me, essentially, or at least like we can start trending in that direction. So now that we have completed that first season, which I didn't go to too many parks. The amount of videos I did was how many parks I went to. So 14, which is crazy for me. I only went to 1 or 2 parks in a season. So 14 was like unbelievable to me, but I also know people who make videos for roller coasters and amusement parks that like that's rookie numbers. Like I know, like Drew and Yoko, you guys went to, when we went for Halloween weekends, you guys said it was like your 40th time or something that season. So I know those aren't huge numbers, but now that we're entering the off season and I do have a bunch of footage, there's a couple videos that I have on the way that are not vlogs. They're kind of like that first video talking about a topic. Yeah, and I'm excited about them because I'm actually starting to be able to use my own stuff and kind of keep the ecosystem going. So 57 times to Cedar Point. Sorry if my mic is loud. I can't hear anything. Droco Adventures, 57 times to Cedar Point this season is insane. 28 to Kings Island. Yeah, that's wild. That's crazy. That's nuts. Okay, Epcot. I'm backing up. Epcot is a park you down water at, especially back in the countries. Yeah. Tell me about it. Yeah, I mean, in like A, Florida heat. B, if you're going, if you're doing the around the world thing, you need to stay hydrated. That's also just the amount of walking you do at Epcot. Because the last time I went, it was super weird because we went and we met like my grandparents and they came in the back entrance, like by France, I think it is. So we went in the main entrance, they went through France. So we started the day pretty much by like looping halfway around. Then we met up with them and we still wanted to do the full World Showcase loop. This was this spring. So we did the full showcase loop, wound back up at France. And then we wanted to do Future World stuff. So then we like went halfway around again, did the Future World stuff, and then we stayed with them like to exit the park. Then we went back to Future, like it was crazy. Probably walked like 30,000 steps that day. crazy, 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 crazy. But I do love Epcot. I know Epcot gets a lot of unnecessary flack. I think it's trending in the not best direction. As far as Epcot isn't the place for blatant put an IP on an attraction to build hype. Like, it's supposed to be, educational, fun, learning, science, all this stuff. And I don't love that we're going away from that. But at the same time, I still think it is like a really unique park. And I still think it does have, I think it's cool from the cultural side of things, the education side of things, that I love the retro future vibe that both Tomorrowland and Future World still have a good bit of. So I think I like Epcot more than a lot of people. 34,000 steps at Coaster Mania. I have no clue how many steps I had at Coaster Mania, but it was probably not that much. 57 nights on a cruise ship this year. That's crazy. Did you do, Justin, have you done the cruise ship? What's the cruise ship that has the roller coaster on it? The Bolt roller coaster, I think. I think Coaster Studios did like a trip on that ship, if I'm not mistaken. I wouldn't do a cruise ship just for that one roller coaster, but that's cool. If I was on a cruise ship and there also happened to be a roller coaster, I would ride it. Absolutely. Sorry, I'm going back up to make sure I'm getting everything. Coaster Cat, we still go Scene 75 SBF Visa, or SBF Visa spin. Oh my goodness. The SBF Visa spinners. Yes. There's one of those that's like half an hour from me and I haven't ridden it. So that definitely could be, there's a high likelihood that that's going to be a video in like February when I'm most down bad for roller coasters. Go check it out. It's a place called Craig's Cruisers. That's like our local chain of FECs. Tay, have you rode the ride Tron? I have not. Though like 2 or 3 of the trips I went to Magic Kingdom, it was under construction. That ride was like, it took so long for them to get that ride open. I'm glad they did. It looks great. I've tried not to spoil too much for myself, especially as far as like the actual layout goes. But just from a experience and everything, it looks really cool. I hope to get on it soon. I did do Cosmic Rewind. That's the newest like Disney ride I've done. Super good. I need to get back to all the Disney parks because I've pretty much only hit Magic Kingdom and Epcot in the last probably close to a decade. Went to Animal Kingdom when Pandora was new. Haven't been to Hollywood Studios since the whole Star Wars thing. And Rise of the Resistance looks super cool. Yeah. Yeah. Mechanical Inspirations, over 100 trips. That's like going to a theme park every weekend of the year, both days. And if you're not doing if it's just like a summer, that's just like most of the days in the summer. That's crazy. Is it all the days in summer? 3 months. That's all the days in summer. Epcot's my favorite Disney park. I think I agree. Like I said, I do have to get back to all of them. But I think Epcot is my favorite. It's definitely the one I've gone to the most. But also my dad loves Epcot. And like by extension, my family really likes Epcot too. But whenever we would go to Florida as a family in the past, Epcot, if we were going to do a Disney park, it was Epcot. And I had no problem with that. Super cool. Love Epcot. But I do want to see the newer stuff at the other parks as well. Yeah, the Carnival has the roller coaster one. I think didn't they say they're doing another one? Am I confused? I think they're going to do a second. I think I heard there's another. Or is it a Disney one? I'm just probably making so much stuff up right now, but I think I heard that we're going to get another roller coaster cruise ship. I usually go I usually go NCL. They have a combo water slide and coaster opening up in, okay, the Luna in 2026. Is that what I'm talking about? Opening weekend. Tron is so much fun. Yeah. And honestly, I love Space Mountain and I love how janky it is. Tron looks like a new Space Mountain, which is weird because like Cosmic Rewind also kind of felt like a new Space Mountain. It works. I really like indoor roller coasters that take place in the dark. So the fact that they have 4 of them now, I'm not too mad about. Super cool. What's up? Not your normal guy. Trent, how are you doing? Tay, it's a fun ride. And the golf ball is a ride. You ride if you want to relax or cool down. I love Spaceship Earth. I think it'll be neat whenever they do wind up getting to that renovation, but I will be really bummed out when they swap the voice from Judi Dench because I love it. I love the current voice. Yep, that's it. Who invited Not Your Normal Guy? Oh, yeah, I thought he was on the don't send notifications list, but I guess not. So we are fighting time currently, because here's the problem. I have 3 USB-C ports on my computer. Unless I'm wrong. I'd love to be wrong. Am I wrong? Hold on. I'm not wrong. I have 3 USB-C ports on my computer. One of them is being used. Oh, I'm an idiot. I could have been using this one the whole time. That's okay. We're going to pivot. One of them is being used to record or to translate the game from my Xbox to this computer. So that when we inevitably switch to maybe checking out the new Planet Coaster that I really haven't checked out yet, we can do that. USB-C port number 2 is going straight to you guys. Boom. Camera. Number 3, microphone. This is my power cord. We are at 17% battery. So, dude. Was I saying dude? I know, only dumb YouTubers say dude. I know. I've never claimed to be a smart YouTuber. I never put any sort of yeah, I never have said that. You've, like, if you want to call me, like, I never claimed to be smart. Here I am, dude. Get a dongle. I know, I had, the thing is, anyway, we'll cross that bridge soon. Check this out. Boom. Where's my face cam? Oh, I didn't exactly have too much time to really prep everything. Try this again. Wow. I have no face. We might have to come back to the Xbox cam. Mid-course disappear course. Hold on, we can figure this out. Switch it to the FaceTime, which is blocked, then switch it back. Boom! There we go. I knew we had it. I knew we had this. Okay, so if I said I haven't opened up Planet Coaster 2 and I haven't checked out this game at all, I would be lying. You can see. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Tech support. Mouse ain't plugged in. Here. Pop over to the tech support page. We're so back. We are back. My desk is a little cluttered right now. I need my phone somewhere to read what's going on. Okay. Goodness gracious. This is insane. I have nowhere to put this. I need to put my speaker somewhere. Okay, anywho. Anyway, there we go. Good enough. Like I said, if I told you I haven't opened this game before, I'd be lying, because look at this. It's a park. First park ever. There it is. So my initial idea, because I knew I wanted to start this game kind of on a live stream, because we did Planet Coaster last time. I thought it would only make sense to do Planet Coaster 2 on live stream as well. I watched Doofle's stream. If you haven't subscribed to Doofle's, what are you doing? But also go subscribe to Doofle's. Oh look, there's my gamer tag. If anyone wants to be my friend on Xbox, go ahead. I saw Doofle's on like release day, right when Planet Coaster 2 came out. I was tuned in for like a ton of that stream. And I saw that you had, like, he was stuck having to do the tutorial before he could start the career, or even end, like sandbox, I think. So I was like, uh-oh, I should do that. But then I didn't have to. I could just jump straight into sandbox. So suddenly I was like, I could do this first thing. Or I could hop back in, or like hop into sandbox and check stuff out. So I haven't done much. I can show you. First park ever. Do I have any? Okay. I'll show you. I haven't spent enough time in the game to really give thoughts on this. Or like be able to tell you if like it's super buggy or super laggy. I kind of just went in and made a couple coasters and called it good. So this is, what's the model called? I don't remember. The model type is called sit down 4-seater. Like that's what it's called. Could have had me. Is that really what it's called? Vector sit down 4-seater. Sure enough. So, anywho, if you know your coasters and track design and such, you may recognize this to be Vekoma. New gen Vekoma. And all of us nerds were like, yo, it would be really cool if they put new gen Vekoma, what is it? Vector rides into the new game, and they did. So I wanted to make one. So that's this. It is, love the bright orange. I have a color to maintain. I don't like, dang, that is hot. Especially for January. Oh my goodness. Orange isn't my favorite color. I don't even remember why I really landed on orange for the logo when I was just messing around with logos. And I stuck with the orange. So then I just started kind of trying to make everything orange that I could. Also, speaking of that, oh, I can't check that from over here. Maybe I can. Give me one second. Who was it? I want to give credit where credit is due. Who was it? MadWatch Studios. Huge shout out to MadWatch Studios, who commented. I think they're a newer viewer maybe, or subscriber. But they commented on my Fiesta Texas video, and they were like, "Hey, bozo, stop putting orange banners around your video thumbnails, because you're making it impossible to see the YouTube progress bar." from underneath. So people will probably look at your video thumbnail and be like, oh, I watched that already. So I was like, thanks for the heads up. I'll think about it. And then immediately I changed all my thumbnails to white on the border. So no more of that. No more orange border around the video. I thought it would tie the branding of everything together, but I think it just made it too confusing. I might go back and try to eliminate the border around the thumbnails altogether and just have them be full screen, but the aspect ratio was a little off, so I couldn't quite just zoom in to do that. So I'll kind of have to go back and maybe do that retroactively. Maybe I'll just do it in the future. So anyway, 15 of you here. I lost a couple of you in my ramblings. But here it is. This was my Madwatch. What's up? You appear. I said your name and you appeared. You can summon him. Summon him. Summon her. Thanks. Thanks for checking any videos you haven't seen. I believe that my quality has increased as time went on, but I think all of the videos are worth a watch. So be sure to check them out. Let's take a ride on, I don't remember, Torrent, I think it was. That's why I named this. So this is, did I start the test? No. Let's take a ride on Torrent. And also, again, I said this last time, I make things in Planet Coaster for you to conceptually understand what I'm going for. We're not, you know, smoothing it out 100%. We're not making this like perfectly realistic. It's to get the point across. So this was my conceptual idea of what like a small, it's like 90 feet tall Vekoma, new gen Vekoma would look like. That inversion is insane. Thunk, thunk, thunk. Little Outer Bank. One of those. This whole part's super janky. But you get the idea. You're there on the concept. Everyone like this live, like Tay said. Any of you who did it without Tay asking you to, the 6 of you who did that first, you're amazing. And the rest of you, I'm just kidding. I appreciate you all for being here. So that was my take on the new Vekoma. If I leave, are like 10 of you gonna leave? I might need to like sprint upstairs and check to see if I have like the other charging cable that goes into the MagSafe port. Because I just got the low battery notification for my laptop. We're at 10% now, but that 7% dropped real quick. And if I don't find the cable, essentially as soon as this hits like 5%, I'm going to have to yank the cable from the Xbox, give it back to the power. I could have thought ahead a little more, but I didn't. That explains the color change. Yeah. Why did the employee at Fiesta tell you couldn't be where you were? It seemed like you were in a public midway. I thought the reason I was there is because I thought it was a public midway. I guess not. There's not going to be an easy way to show this. I want to like share my screen, but I'm really scared that I'm going to have like some work stuff open or something I shouldn't show. Can't have you seeing projects I've signed NDAs for. But it like to me it just looked like the midway that goes under Dr. Diabolical's cliffhanger. Kept going a little bit, and then there was a fence. There was like a gate. I wasn't to the gate yet. Like I was a good bit in front of it, but apparently that sort of end part of that pathway was a big no-no. So none of that. And then I did the new Vekoma. The Vekoma. And I also did this. This was my take on a Hagrid sort of ride. Also because I wanted to check out the new like the drop track. Check that. That's so cool. And also when you make a ride with like 14 block zones, this sucker can like, where is it? Oh my gosh. Look at this. 8 trains. 8 trains. Now, it definitely can't run... I think it can only run, like, 4 or 5 without stacking. In, like in the wrong spot. I know you can... Like, this game, you can go super in-depth. The deepest I really go with trying to time out... Or, like, pace the coasters correctly is... the intervals and the wait times and the first thing I hate about this game, the interval time resets whenever you like reload the game. So I had both rides, their minimum interval was set so that it would never stack on the lift. It would be perfectly timed that just as this one here was about to hit the block zone right here and clear it, this one's just cresting now. And it lined up perfectly. And the game forgets that every single time. So all of these are probably going to be super... I guess I'll turn it down to 1 train to show you. Or we'll just turn it up to something absurdly high. 40 seconds. It's part of the fun, right? It's like Hagrid's. It's like part of the fun is seeing all those other... Did I start it? There we go. Okay. So this is like my take on a Hagrid sort of thing. Obviously, I would have liked to throw some trees and some buildings and stuff, but this was just kind of playing around with the other main new coaster model. I was kind of excited to check out. Family thrill sort of vibe. And then we got our first new wacky element. Go get your charger. We're at a nice 7%. Yeah. Here. You guys watch this. Hold your horses. Don't go anywhere. We're working on it. You get one more lap. Okay. Oh, the lights. Look at that. Look at the lights. There we go. Okay. We're going to have to do a quick little switcheroo. Xbox unplugged. Charger plugged in. Here's the thing. We're at 4%. That was a good save. I do have one of these. However, I don't know if this fits the newer Macs, or did it only fit the older ones? So I also am gonna have to unplug the mic for a sec. Hold on. Hold your horses. I'm gonna go without a mic for a sec. I was wrong. We're gonna go without the camera for a sec. We'll go back here. Still got a mic. Ugh. Hey, if you're still here, if you're hanging out through the pain, make sure to click that subscribe button. Hit that bell. Oh, we're so close. Oh, we're so close. Okay, we're about to give the camera a try. We are so perfectly technically fine. We are having no technical at all. Okay, Xbox is plugged back in. Camera is plugged back in. Power back in too. Battery is not charging. Oh, well, here we go. Let's try it. Hold on. We're halfway there. Hold on. I just... Boom. I'm back, but I'm in lower resolution now. How about them apples? We're back. Whew. Okay, sorry to those of you who have left. I tried to do this as fast as I could. I should have prepared it better. I am terribly sorry, but we're back. Just in a lower resolution. The reason is, apparently this adapter is limiting the speed at which my camera stream can go through, so it can only stream at like 720p. I hope that's okay. We're going to switch back to the video game now. Thanks for all hanging around, though, the 15 of you who are still here. Let's see if the Xbox is working. Nothing's working over here. Okay. Not even my camera. That's crazy. There's that. Do this. Do that. Boom. We got the face cam back. Just like that. And then we're building this thing back up piece by piece. We're building it back up piece by piece. Guys, feel free to talk. What parks? What's your home park? Where are you going to? Do you get to go to parks during the off season? Do you have an off season? Hold on, we're getting this Xbox back online. Don't you worry about it. Oh! Wait. Just like that. Just like that, we're back. Okay, everybody. We made it through. We made it through. The battery's going up We're at 7% instead of 4%. Heading to Islands of Adventure next week. River, I wish I was you. Speaking of a little Universal, who's checking out that new park, huh? Also, what did you guys think of this? I didn't get to ride most of it with you. I was looking for a cable that I think I lost. That cable is gone. But we found the adapter, and that was kind of the saving grace. But who's making it out? Who's making it out to the old Epic Universe? I would love to hit it in the spring. I'm not exactly sure what it would look like, but I'm fairly confident I'll be able to hit that park and a couple other Florida parks next year. Whether it's going to be spring or fall, don't know. I would love to do it in the spring before a certain point, but that won't work because Epic Universe won't be open. But this past April, when I went to, it was cheapest to become a season pass holder at Busch Gardens Tampa instead of buying day tickets because you get like a bonus free ticket. So your boy, did I just show you anything? I think I'm fine. Your boy's a season pass holder at a park that's across the country from him. So I would love to get back to Busch Gardens Tampa because you can find really cheap flights with like Spirit, Frontier. I'll take the risk. And I loved Busch Gardens Tampa, and I went like a month before I started making videos. So I'm really annoyed that I didn't do that. So I guess we'll have to run it back. But the problem is this season pass will expire like a month before Epic Universe opens. So I might make 2 separate trips, just do like a day trip to Busch Gardens, or it probably would just make most sense to just get another ticket to Busch Gardens. But man, those day tickets are expensive these days, yeah? Because they want to push you to get the season passes. Anywho. Live in Orlando, no off season. Yeah. I'm sure there's things about living in Orlando, like the summer heat, like the busyness, how much tourism there is. Like, it's got to get annoying. But man, for parks, not a bad place to be, I feel like. And they're all like insane now. They've always been decent, but I feel like Busch Gardens with like Iron Gwazi, Tigress. What are things earlier? I don't know. Really good lineup now. SeaWorld Orlando. That used to be like a total, no offense, like a very mid-tier, low-tier park unless you were huge on the aquatic animal shows. Crazy story about that, by the way. Don't know if I got into it last time. Crazy story about SeaWorld Orlando. But they're insane now too. Really good ride lineup. And then obviously Universal going crazy. You got Disney and they're doing stuff, you know. Love it or hate it, they're doing stuff. Yeah, Orlando is insane. Even Fun Spot. It's better than like most parks I have within a few hours. Cedar Point, Kings Island, Carowinds. Yeah, so I'm kind of regretful that I didn't make it out for any Winterfests. That would have been a nice, easy piece of content. Not easy, not to, you know what I'm saying. I'm not saying that would have been so easy to get views and stuff. It would have just been easy from a standpoint of I don't have to fly to Florida to make park content in December. That would have been really great. But we were moving, a lot going on, holidays, things just kind of didn't line up. So that didn't happen. But it's cool because now I'll get to do it next year. And there's still other events that happen, right? That I think could still be really cool. Can't wait to be at Epic, along with seeing Metallica that same weekend. That's got to be like the craziest weekend of all time. That's like a no sleep, like hoarse voice kind of weekend, you know? I have a Parkview room in Grand Helios. That's sick. BGT, awesome. Iron Gwazi, number 1. Valid opinion. I respect it. Ooh. I didn't know I had so much ability to bring that up. Okay. I just want you to see it like a little bit. Hold on. We can keep going. No, I can't really keep going. Okay. Florida amusement parks are expensive in general. True. Florida SeaWorld passes are more expensive. If you get a platinum pass from San Diego or San Antonio, it's almost half the price. Did the platinum get you into the whole chain? Is it kind of like if you buy an all park pass for a gold pass and the gold, like you get the add-on and the gold pass at Cedar Point, it's like $70 more than Michigan's Adventure or Canada's Wonderland. Kind of that same thing. You get most of the same perks. Kumba, Cheetah Hunt, Phoenix Rising, Pipeline Iceberg. Yeah. Are you excited for Siren's Curse? I'm super excited. I'm about to buy my season pass for the whole Six Flags Cedar Fair thing, and I am wrought with indecision on whether to save like $70 and do the whole thing for Michigan's Adventure, because I will wind up there a good bit. Like last year, I went like 4 times or something, 3 or 4 times, or two or 3 times. Because I'll go for pass holder preview, I'll go for opening. It seems like a good move. Did it last year and it worked well. But I also know Top Thrill 2 last year, they only did the previews, the pass holder preview for Cedar Point home park passes. So not only, like, even though I had the all park passport, it wouldn't have gotten me in, which is fine because I wasn't gonna, because I wasn't making videos yet. I was that close. I was like a week away. So I'm trying to figure out if I should just suck it up, pay like 60 or 70 more, get it from Cedar Point to guarantee that if they do the same thing for Siren's Curse, and they have a pass holder preview that's only open to people with Cedar Point as their home park, then I'm set for that. So I'm going back and forth on that. Because also, I want to get like the dining pass this year just because it like, I thought it, like I was trying to save money by not doing that last year, but like you gotta, if you eat more than an apple in a day, you're gonna save money by doing adding the food plan onto that. So, Wisconsin cheese curds from Sheets going hard right now. That's good. Love me my cheese curds. I won't be sleeping at all. Probably doing Busch Gardens Tampa as well, about 4 days, little sleep, but it will be fun. Those are the best kind of weeks, best kind of weekends, where you just go all out. That's super fun. Platinum gets you into the whole chain. Perks only working your home park, like Photo Pass. Michigan's Adventure is so fun. I love Wildcat and the log ride. Do it. Water park is dope. And the random buy one get one cotton candy. Yeah. I love Michigan's Adventure. If you haven't seen my 2 like vlogs from Michigan's Adventure, check them out. Pretty proud of them. And you'll see that I like that park a lot. And I moved closer to it. Can you believe that? I had the chance to move, and I moved closer to Michigan's Adventure, which means I'm here. Can I reference it? Michigan's Adventure is here. Oh, we're drifting. Michigan's Adventure is here. All the other close parks to me, like Great America over here, Cedar Point over here. Why is it leaving? I could have moved like down here, kind of be in between them. Nope. I went further up, right towards it. So more Michigan's Adventure. But yeah, I need to figure out if I want to get the pass with Cedar Point as my home park or Michigan's Adventure. It would save me $70 or $60 to do Michigan's Adventure, but I also wouldn't get to go to the Siren's Curse preview day. Maybe I wouldn't go anyway. Maybe it would be on a work day. I don't know. Do we do the campaign? You can't see. Oh, are these grouped? Yeah, look at that. Do we do a campaign? And if so, I did kind of make a mistake, I think, because this kind of does look like a tutorial. But let's do it. Move me back up. About there. Still need to get to Michigan's Adventure. It's a great park. If you went to Michigan's Adventure, can you guys hear the game? You can't. Okay, uh-oh. Didn't reconnect that. Do we want the game audio, or are we kind of chilling with the lo-fi? I think doing lo-fi and the game at the same time could be a bit much. But let me check. Let me see if I can... Am I live? Hello? Uh-oh. Okay, OBS crashed for a minute. That was crazy. Never had that happen. Thought the whole night was done. That was kind of scary. Is this real life? Okay, boom, we're back. Look at that. All right, we're not even going to try to turn the audio back on for the game. That didn't go so well. Okay, so this is super tutorial-y. So I'll give a brief little thing. Let me catch up. Then I'm going to give a brief little thing. Michigan's Adventure, I love it. It's a great park if you go in with the expectations that you have at somewhere like Indiana Beach or Elitch Gardens. If you go in like this is a Cedar Fair park, probably not going to be the best time. But if you go kind of knowing that it's a small park, knowing that, you know, what is happening right now? Oh, it's a tutorial. Move the camera. Sorry. My attention all over the place. You go in with not low expectations, but realistic expectations of what Michigan's Adventure is. Great park, super fun, lot like Wildcat, awesome. Shivering Timbers, awesome. Thunderhawk. Thunderhawk. There were people on the gram, not to stir any pots. There were people on the gram when I was like shooting one of my days at Michigan's Adventure. I think it was the opening weekend. And I was like, Thunderhawk is really good. I like posted on my story for an SLC. It's great. And I've only been on like one other SLC at the time. And I was like, for an SLC, this is really good. And people were like, no, it's one of the worst. Okay. Entitled to your opinion. I think Thunderhawk is great. There are people saying it's like the worst SLC. I'm like, you're crazy. I didn't actually say that. And then there was like Chris from Airtime Thrills, I think, also hates that SLC. Crazy. Everyone's like, it's just as bad as Mind Eraser was. It's as bad as Flight Deck. I don't know what's going on. I went to Canada's Wonderland for my first time this season. And Flight Deck, like, it's like, Thunderhawk is like a slightly rattly ride. It tracks smoothly. It feels smooth. It's just there's kind of this dull thing going on, kind of like some B&Ms do. Flight Deck felt like getting put in a washing machine. Like that, they were nowhere near. So I'll stop. But I don't know where that came from. Thunderhawk is absolutely one of the better SLCs out there. Learn to ride it. Excuse me. Learn to ride it. Push yourself a little forward, maybe. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Speaking of Siren's Curse. How fun is this? Thunderhawk is great. Don't get the hate for it. The further back you sit, the more rattly it's going to get. So if you want a smooth ride, go up front. That's it. That's all there is to it. If you buy the meal plan, you could always swing by Michigan's Adventure to get food. It is now like within, I don't know what it was. At my old place, it was like close to an hour away. Now it's like 40 minutes. Maybe like 30. So that's legitimately like, if no one else is doing anything, I don't have anywhere to be. Might grab some dinner over there, you know? Although Michigan's Adventure not known for their food quality. Is this real life? OBS block checked you. True. Hit the OBS mid-course. Did you get any snow? We have so much snow right now. We got snow. Yeah, just don't sit in the back because then your head will be ringing for a while. Exactly. It's like I did near the front and near the back, and it's definitely more intense in the back. It's a little more rattly in the back, but I don't get the. I firmly believe that Thunderhawk is in the top 10% of SLCs. No question. Maybe the trains ride differently. Not that you should just sit there and give it like a couple laps to check, but that could be a thing. How is Time Warp? I've been hearing the rumblings. Okay, should we zoom the camera? Hold on. Okay, sorry. I thought I could multitask. I'm going to go through this without referencing it. I'm just going to kind of go, and I'm going to talk about the stuff I was talking about. I've heard the rumblings, though, that people are feeling thankful that Time Warp seems like it could be on its way out. I'm actually super cool with that. I was not going to be super cool if I didn't get to ride it, but the fact that I got to ride it, now I'm cool if it leaves. It's a terrible ride. It sucks. It hurts. Everything about it. Super bad. I'm sorry. Connect the entrance gate to the bathroom. Keep it. Ooh! Look at this. This is new. This is fun. Nice little pathing tool. Okay. Yeah, Time Warp is mega garbage. Super bad. But it's like, in my opinion, less so when you're alone, which I am most of the time. That sounds sad. Which I am for these trips. A lot of the time. Oh my gosh. I forgot how everything works. I'm losing my mind. If you go alone, not as much. But when you go with friends, sometimes like the super bad rides are like the fun part. Sometimes it's like super funny. Like some of my best memories at parks. Why am I doing this much? Hold on, just take it back. Are going on like the worst rides with people because it's just hilarious. So from that standpoint, kind of sucks that it's leaving if you're big into the ride, the super bad rides with my friends kind of vibe, like I sometimes am. But from an actual quality experience, get rid of it. It should have been gone yesterday. Also, I hear the argument a lot for the big purge that's happening right now in the Six Flags chain. How that's like, you know, it's going to continue to all the parks, and people are like, but well, Canada's Wonderland, even though they have a few bad rides, they actually need them all because how big of a populace that park serves. I get, so like even the bad rides hold value just because Canada's Wonderland, more than a lot of parks, just need to pump through a lot of people. Because if they only had like those top rides, they would all have humongo lines. Insane lines. So it kind of is nice that they have a bunch of other filler rides to kind of pad out those wait times. The problem with Time Warp in that equation is that that's a bad capacity ride. 4 people per car, complicated loading process, pretty quick dispatches. So I guess not terrible, but at the end of the day, you know, something you could replace it with something more enjoyable, and also just that goes through way more people. Actual thoughts on the ride experience itself. Like I said, I was like laughing in pain. That's kind of how it was. Like I was like, it was like, it's weird too, because you can tell that you're braced from the back. Like you kind of, the way you load is like you get into the thing, you like step into the thing, and then they close the whole back part behind you. But it's all for everyone. It's just for everyone, and it's like a metal cage. So it's like when you have a big like a buzz bar or something. Not a buzz bar, but just like a shared restraint. It's like not everyone's the same size. Just because it's closed for you doesn't mean it's closed for me, or vice versa, you know? So, or like tight. So I'm just tripping when we're doing like the barrel rolls on this ride, because in my brain, I'm having to hold on and like wedge my feet under the things to hold myself in. I know I'm not going to fall out, but I also don't want to like bounce around in that cage either, you know? So I was like putting in a lot of effort to ride it too. I was like wedged. Never rode Thunderhawk at Michigan's Adventure, but I did when it was at Geauga Lake. Thought it was one of the better ones. Yeah, it's just crazy to me that it's like considered one of the better ones, and it's been taken apart and put back together. That's crazy. How's that riding better than ones that have been... Ooh, look at that. We got an achievement. Set the price. Okay, this is like way more tutorial-y than I thought. This is like straight up. Okay. Am I done? Can I leave? Can I go? Do you unlock the... Uh-oh. Do you have to save? I have to save. That was almost bad. I just want to see if like getting bronze unlocked the next one. We'll see. One of the worst coasters I've ridden yet. Mind blower. Yeah, I've heard a lot about that. It's super interesting because... Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. 3 more. Okay, so I would have to, like, gold this one or platinum this one. Or silver both of them. I think we go back to the sandbox because we're learning. John has the multitasking capabilities of a walnut. We'll go back in here. Yeah, Mindblower seems like I really want to get on that ride. It goes upside down, right? Upside down Woody. That's cool. That's exciting. And it's newer, and yet it sounds like it runs terribly. That's super strange. Same as Hades 360. I want to do that one for how like comically bad, same kind of thing people make it sound. Like, can it really be that bad? Maybe. I'll probably hit Mount Olympus next year. I really meant to this year. Yeah. I've heard very rough things about that ride. Literally, rough things. Rode it, and never again unless it's fully retracked. Hasn't it gotten bits of retracking over the years? Red needs to go. I think it's White Lightning, Orlando, fun spot to stay at night. Orlando. Oh, Kissimmee versus Orlando. What's the longest wait time I've waited for a ride? Probably for like Steel Vengeance, closer to when it opened, like 2018, 2019. What year did it open? 18 or 16? It was like the year of or the year after, and there wasn't a time of day you could find the ride that like having less than a 2-hour wait. Probably waited three-ish for that. There's probably been times like with Maverick where it was like listed as like an hour 15, and then with how much it broke down, it probably wound up being like 2 hours. Probably same with Dragster. But I would say Steel Vengeance probably takes the cake. But yeah, shoot, I had a thought. I had a thought when I was talking about the fun spots, and then it just completely left me. I told you, multitasking, man. All right, boom. Let's make a coaster. If you guys have anything you want to talk about, doesn't have to be topics that I'm already rambling about, like Michigan's Adventure. There are 15 of you here. Thank you. Consider liking the live stream. We got 11 likes. Let's go. If we hit number 12, I will... I don't know. Don't know what I'll do. If we hit 15 likes... I'll tell you a genius idea that I have for what I'm going to do when I hit a big milestone. Subscriber-wise. There's a really stupid thing I want to do when I get like a milestone. If I hit 15 likes on this live stream, I will tell you the stupid thing I'm hoping to do. It will be, I'll give you a hint. It would be a live stream. How long have we been going? Hour 15? It would be a live stream that would probably be about 20 times as long as this one. Just for context. I'd have to take PTO to do what I want to do when I hit that milestone. Anywhoosie, I got 2 of you to like the video. Thanks, guys. I waited 3 hours for Smiler because it kept having weather delays. Oh no, did we just hit 15? Did we hit 15? Oh no. I wasn't ready to share this. 14. We have 14. I don't know what you're seeing on your screen. I'm seeing 14. I got 14. Don't know what to tell you. I got 14. I'm not telling you yet. You got 16? What is my phone oh, 15. I just saw it happen. Hear me out, and no one take this, but I don't think anyone is dumb enough to take this idea. This is in my head. So those of you who are here, we are in the first 700 subscribers of this channel. Very young, humble beginnings. We just need to keep making content. Some of it will pick up, some of it won't, right? Like some of my best videos, in my opinion. Like I'd say, like the reason I put this one on the front page, if you're not subscribed, maybe even if you are, it's the cover video. You see that? Last day ever of Snake River Falls. I think that's like top 3 videos I've made. 400 views. Then I have Indiana Beach, which I think was also a really good video, but it just hit the flow state. It hit the algorithm correctly. I think I was like legitimately one of the first people, aside from people who went to preview All-American Triple Looping. I was like the first to actually just do, one of the first to do like an actual opening weekend, the whole park, not just this new coaster. That one just hit correctly. And it's ones that hit the algorithm correctly. That one's at like almost 9,000 views. That's where a majority of my subscribers come from, or the growth of the channel comes from those videos that do really well. These other ones that only sit at 200, 300, 400 views, I get like 10 to 20 subs off of these ones, and I'm still massively appreciative. Don't hear me as anything but that. I'm so thankful and so ecstatic to be making things for even a video that a couple hundred people watch. That's so cool to me. Unbelievable. However, I have a stupid idea. This stupid idea, I think I'm going to tell you guys because you're in the first 700. And I have gone back and forth on whether this is something I would do when I hit like 1,000, but I think this is way too stupid of an idea to do at 1,000 subscribers. So I think I might try to do it at like 5 or 10. But that's bold, like that's bold talk, right? Like, oh, I'm nowhere near that to be speaking about it like this, but I think this is how stupid it is. I think I need that level of growth. So if we hit 10K, let's say 10K, kind of last case scenario. Like it'd be cool to do this at 5K. I'm not closed off to the concept. You 18 people here now, and whoever watches this later down the line, thanks for popping in. Sorry, this has been an all over the place live stream. I hope you're still enjoying it. I haven't made anything on this game. Look, same 2 coasters we've been looking at the whole time. But the first 700 of you, or those of you who are here, my genius idea is to do a live stream where I rank every roller coaster on RCDB. Or every operating roller coaster. That's a big asterisk. I did the math. I don't have that note open right now, but there's like was it 6 or like 16,000? There's a ton of roller coasters open right now. But if I could blindly rank, like if I can go through crazy Excel spreadsheet or something, maybe something a little more dynamic than that, and rank every single roller coaster. Every single one. I don't think anyone's ever been dumb enough to do that. It's around 6K. That's what I'm saying. 6,000. So if we do the math, let's give it a day. Okay. Let's give it a day. 60 minutes in an hour. 24 hours in a day. That's 1,440 minutes. So let's say it's 6 even. That gives me, I was an art student. I can't do this math. What was it? 1440? Is that what I just said? 1440. 6,000. Boom. That gives me. Someone help me out, man. Does that give me a quarter of a minute? So it gives me 15 seconds. So if I spend is that what I'm doing? Oh my goodness. Oh, my brain hurts. If I ranked a coaster every like 15 seconds, I could get through all 6,000 in 24 hours. However, I would want to do things faster than that. I would need to figure out a way to do it faster than that. I need to be down to like 5 seconds per. I need to be able to see SBF Visa, put it at number 5,000. SBF Visa, put it at 5,001. SBF, like I need to be able to cook through those. I'm saying like a 2-day, 48-hour live stream. Some of it we're ranking roller coasters. Other parts, we're doing other things. We're doing Planet Coaster challenges where I'm actually focused on the game instead of just rambling the whole time. We're doing things like, I don't know, collaborating and doing live things with other creators. I think, but overall, accomplishing the feat of ranking every roller coaster. I think, who's going to do that? No one is that dumb. Oh, wow. It's Guardians of the Galaxy. Let's do a hyper with a splashdown. That's new. So that's my genius idea. Come back and ask me about that when we're closer to 5K or 10K. If we ever get there. I think it's just the right amount of stupid that we could make it work. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's just the right amount of dumb that we could make it happen. So there you go. Little snippet, little look, little peek into John's mind of what he would do for more subscribers. Let's make a hyper. Anyone got anything they want to talk about? Any questions? Like I said, the content that's going to come to the channel in the next couple of months is going to be a bit of a departure. Or if you were a big fan, if you're a fan of that first video I made, then you'll be happy. But this will a pivot back to form. You know, we're gonna make some video essays. We're gonna make some. I would love to be able to cover topics I've wanted to cover outside of a vlog environment, and I think it's gonna be fun. Don't know if this is right. This profiling kind of looks funky, doesn't it? I think it does. Think I can hit 10K by the end of 2025? I would be unbelievably ecstatic. But stars would need to align in order for that to happen. Like, I have to be at the right place, right time kind of scenarios. Ooh. That doesn't look bad. Maybe it gets a little too, what's it called? Constant, or, yeah, like constant radius. It's kind of sticking to one radius right here, but that's fine. We can smooth it out. I would be ecstatic if we could get that. My goal in my head, I was trying not to have too many expectations for this year. I was really hoping to hit 1,000 by the end of the calendar year. That didn't happen. However, that was kind of self-inflicted because, as you may know, the last 2 months I haven't really done a single thing as far as uploading new content. That's on me. But I would love to really grab the bull by the horns moving forward. Oh my goodness, I'm behind. Multiple smiles. Hey, thanks for stopping in. Good to see you. Who invited multiple smiles? Unsubscribe then. I'm trying to be an engineer and my mind just blanked from doing that. Yeah, we're all not doing too well on the old division of the hours and the minutes and the seconds and the RCDB operating coaster amounts. Next time I see you, I swear. Sure it would be. Mid-course discourse. Yep. I mean, crazy number of subscribers can happen. Right, Droko. You guys are doing really, really well. It's cool to see you guys doing so well. Make sure, I don't know how, I know that a lot of you wound up at my channel because of Drew and Yoko, but make sure to go check out Droko Adventures. DrokoAdventures.com. They're super dope. Love them. Love hanging out with them. Love their content. Be there, be square. I love that the smooth button is here now. So I'll say this too about this game. Welcome to John's mind being all over the place again. A lot of people who are playing this on a PC are saying like, oh, this, like, why did they make the interface so much more? This seems like it was built for a console. Like the way that all of the thing, like this isn't into the old game for PC. Just had like a vertical list you could click through, but these big icons make it seem like the whole game was designed for console, and the PC players also kind of just got this console looking version. Here's the thing, I've been playing Planet Coaster 1 on my Xbox with a mouse and keyboard, and it was the console experience. I didn't get the PC type experience even though I was having a mouse and keyboard. So this is like nothing new to me. This is my language, man. You're all just getting on the page I've been on. It's kind of weird that I play with mouse and keyboard on an Xbox, but I think mouse and keyboard is the best way to do these games, and I don't have a computer, that can do this sort of thing. So here we are. Cover the importance of bush and trash can tripods. This is the bag. This is the bag I... Wait, is it? Yeah, this is the bag I bring with me to parks. Pretty big. Pretty big. And what I will have in it is I will have a camera. I will have my longer lens, my telephoto. It's in the closet right now. And I'll have this guy. This is the actual, see, this is the actual Digicam that I get those old looking shots with. Here's the Lego Digicam. Spot the difference? Which is which? I don't know. But I don't really have room for a tripod or any sort of real mount or anything. I did bring like a clamp mount because I thought I'd be able to like clamp onto hand railings and stuff. That just became way too much of a hassle. So what I do, trash can. There's so many trash cans that are at good positions in parks. If you're not constantly like Hawkeye like I am for trash cans, take a peek next time. Because they're always on the sides of midways, so you can always set up a camera on a trash can facing like, and it's facing out towards the midway. It's always a good angle. Because trash cans need to be in like convenient spots, but they need to be to the side of it. I set this on the trash can. Take the can. I mean, you saw the image from the Fiesta Texas video. I just take this camera, not this camera. This is just a small, tiny little. This was my first camera. Put that puppy right there, and it works super well because if this is a little unlevel, you can kind of just like ruffle this up differently to kind of change the angle the camera is facing. It works really well. But I usually put it on trash cans. I put it on the bush because that was the only object in sight because I wanted that shot with Batman in the background. And like the only way I could figure that out where I wasn't in front of a ton of people was to put it on the bush, and the bush slowly started to collapse. It was a tragedy, but it was worth it. Scenario. Dimitri Adventures. Also, subscribe to Dimitri Adventures. He also cranking out a ton of quality content. Make sure to check him out. Scenario. Six Flags just hired you to take out 4 more roller coasters that are not kids coasters. I don't think I have a I don't have a mature enough understanding of like the full ride lineup of a lot of the legacy Six Flags parks. I know the Cedar Fair one's pretty well. But I would like, there's definitely obvious answers I would go to. Things like Time Warp or Flight Deck, you know, SLCs at the various parks. Some, kind of hits a much tighter pullout right there. 96. It's like a mini hyper, but this is going to fly. Oh, that's like -2 G's right there. I would take out those cruddy rides, like the SLCs and the boomerangs that are not running well. Or what is it? What was the coaster at King's Dominion that they turned into? I'm just eyeballing this. I used to try and be mathematic and be like, oh, I entered this slope at 22 degrees, so you make sure I'm 22. Don't care. What was the Woody they turned into Twisted Timbers? Because doesn't Carowinds still have that Woody? Hurler, is it? Because it seems like they're not really RMCing that one. And from what I hear, it's fine. Like, I feel like there's a lot of not really that memorable woodies at a lot of those parks. So I'd probably target some of those. Doesn't Six Flags St. Louis have like 3 terrible woodies? I would try to help everyone out. I'd take out, I don't know how people feel about Invertigo at Kings Island. Take that away. Get rid of it. I'd take away... I would just take away Elitch Gardens, actually. No, I wouldn't do that. Wouldn't do that. They just retracked Grizzly. And then Hurler is now Twisted Timbers. Yeah. Invertigo needs to go. Isn't Invertigo the last of its kind? At least in the U.S.? Because I know there's still the giant inverted boomerangs at, what, Silverwood? Does Silverwood have one? I don't know where they are currently. All the supports on this side. But, I mean, from someone who doesn't know a ton about all the boomerang models and how they compare, I feel like the suspended or the inverted boomerang is kind of like the worst of them. Because at least the regular boomerangs, I feel like they're easier to get right. I feel like Hershey, Fiesta Texas, quite a few parks kind of got those running well. The inverted ones just add that, the inverted part, but I like that just makes it, I feel like, harder for parks to get right. I should do a speed hill. That's too fast. This is so tight too. US, France, and Italy. Yeah, so it's Invertigo, and then there's some overseas ones. So like that would kind of suck if you took away the last of its kind, but at the same time, like the giant ones are way cooler, and there's still one of those, 2 of those. I don't know. I'd get rid of Invertigo. I'd get rid of... There's got to be like just a SLC called Batman out there. Yeah, I think let's just get rid of Elitch. I think that just makes this easy. Or no, is Elitch a Six Flags? What is Elitch Gardens? What is that place? Unfortunately, Elitch Gardens will probably be one of the parks I get to sooner than later. That will probably come before, like, most places I want to go to. Getting to Colorado is not difficult. Flight-wise, availability-wise. What in the... What are we doing? Be aggressive. Used to be Six Flags. They dropped it in their chapter 11. Did they just drop it from the name, or is it like legitimately not a Six Flags park anymore? And this is fun. Perhaps I shouldn't have turned right when the island was coming up. I think we should get the turn going a little sooner. A little bit of this action. Elitch is just like the like time warp, right? It's so notorious. Like, people talk so much smack about Elitch Gardens that I need to go. I need to see that for myself. I need to see if we're all just doing a little talking, or if there's a little substance. Yeah, Tay, I have, and it, you know, my thoughts and prayers are with anyone who's being affected right now. It's just crazy in LA right now. And like, I hope all the parks are fine, right? Because I mean, we care about that too, but that's so not paramount to just people getting their lives completely turned around. Yeah, it sucks, man. But yep. Hope they figure the fires out. Hope they can get them controlled and contained as soon as they can. I would hate to be in that area right now, but legit no longer owned by Six Flags, so kind of a Kentucky Kingdom situation. That's cool. I mean, hypothetically, when did that happen? At the when the bankruptcy happened? So that was a long time ago. Ooh, I'm still turning. Because you would hope that with like new ownership that maybe that would mean good things, right? For the good things for the park, but it seems like Elitch hasn't really done anything terribly notable since that has happened. So I guess I have no idea what I'm making right now. I'm not gonna quite do a speed hill, just kind of like somewhere in between, smaller hill. I mean, it will have speed, so technically it is a speed hill, but yeah, Elitch will probably be something I do get to. I can rent a car, but the problem is the miles you drive with that car, right? Because most places charge like a flat amount and then $1 per mile or something. I really want to fly to, where's Elitch? Is it Denver or is it Colorado Springs? I don't remember. I want to fly there, go to Elitch, and then it's like a 3-hour drive to Glenwood Caverns, because Glenwood is in the middle of nowhere. So I'd want to hit that. Do like a road trip over there. Then what? Do you go all the way to like Vegas? Hit like some of that stuff? Adventure Dome? But it's going to be it would be so expensive if I drove the 3 hours between those two parks. It'd be so much. Sold it off in 06. Kentucky Kingdom was the one they sold off in Chapter 11. Okay. So they ditched Elitch prior to all that going down. What are your top 3 rides you've ridden since starting this channel? If you want to get really technical about it, let me see. Let me fact check myself. If you want to go solely off of like a hey, new subscriber. We went from 688 to 689 during this live stream. Thank you, whoever you are. Thank you. Maybe you're here. Maybe you're just watching the Fiesta Texas video or something. I don't know. Thanks for popping in. If you want to get technical, my first video of this channel was March 14. That was the launching roller coaster analysis video thing. I did that, and then I waited 2 months to do Indiana Beach. That's when the actual vlog started. So after after the launched video, but before I was doing vlogs, I did go to Busch Gardens, Tampa. So durationally, since I've started my channel, I have gone to Busch Gardens, Tampa, and I would put Iron Gwazi as like the best new ride I've ridden this year. Same for Cosmic Rewind is probably in that boat. However, if those two, I went to those parks right at like so soon after I made that launching video thing. I didn't know if I wanted to have my face on the channel. Didn't know if I wanted to vlog. I was still figuring it out. So didn't make videos on those two parks. Super mad that I didn't, because who knows when I'll be back at, Epcot, even though I've said I've been a good amount. Who knows? But if you're talking strictly new rides that I've also featured on the channel, which is literally, aside from those two parks, every other park I went to this year. The new parks I went to, for me, were Kentucky Kingdom. Oh, wow. Oh, Indiana Beach, Kentucky Kingdom, Canada's Wonderland, and Fiesta Texas. Those 4 new parks. However, at Kings Island, I was able to get like a new... How many new credits did I get? I think just Snoopy Soapbox Racers. So there's a couple other new credits sprinkled in. Same for Holiday World with Good Gravy. But the best rides... Top 3 is tough, honestly. I'll just throw like 5 out, because I haven't really ranked them yet. I'll say Leviathan. I'll say Iron Rattler. Oh, Storm Chaser at Kentucky Kingdom. And then I'll go a maybe on Lightning Run at Kentucky Kingdom. And a maybe on Wonder Woman at Fiesta Texas. But Behemoth was really good at Wonderland as well. So, like, I legitimately did get to experience a lot of really cool new rides. If I took it down to just the 3, I'd say number 1, honestly, probably Storm Chaser. The airtime, like, it's a smaller RMC. The airtime and that thing is a powerhouse. Everything about that ride is unbelievable. I'll say number 2, probably Leviathan at Canada's Wonderland. I just love Giga Coasters. Checking out a new one was awesome, and I think I'd put it above Orion. So I'd put it just below, I'd put it with like Millennium Force. I don't know, actually. I don't know. I haven't ranked roller coasters in so long. That's something you can look forward to probably this off season. We'll get there. Yeah. Droko, thanks. You might subscribe. That's appreciate the consideration. I'll consider unsubscribing from you, so kind of call it even. Top is Matt. If you're saying the top coast, hold on, I gotta scroll back up. Top 3 rides you've ridden since starting this channel. Okay. So if we're saying top 3, not new, Steel Vengeance, Maverick, Voyage, probably. That's probably my top 3. Maverick blew me away this year because I got to do like 5 night rides on it. I did a few at Coaster Mania. I got to do one with Drew. It's crazy at night. Crazy ride at night. Steel Vengeance is just my favorite roller coaster, period. End of story. But Storm Chaser was good. But Voyage I did at night this year, and that was unbelievable. Now I understand why people really try to go out of their way to make it to Hollywood Nights, the event where it's at night and the trims are off. Suddenly that sounds insane, because just the ride trimmed at night was ridiculous. Hilariously, like, out of control. Insane. Yeah, I was questioning whether Voyage might be like my numero uno after that whole shindig. So yeah, Wizard Cat, I agree. Maverick, fantastic ride. Capacity, awful. And that always makes the lines bad. That's why it was, I don't know if I'll do it this year. I think I would like to. Coaster Mania was super fun because there was exclusive ride time for Maverick at night. And like, sure, it was cool that it was exclusive and at night, but at the end of the day, or like it was for the event and at night, but at the end of the day, just the fact that I was able to get on Maverick a few times, like not having to wait for 2 years to do so, that was the coolest part. But that ride, genuinely, that ride is pretty insane at night. But yeah, Voyage was unbelievable. I really was trying to get a good ride on, I'm trying to get a night ride on the Beast one of these days. But it just ain't lining up. Just ain't happening. The Beast was closed the whole, like, not the whole time, but when I went to ride it when I was at Kings Island this year. So, didn't get that. Bummer. Because I've heard, obviously, super different type of wooden coaster as opposed to Voyage, but equally unbelievable of a night ride. So, really want to do that at some point. We'll get there. I might have made this too long for being a mini hyper. We might be doing a little too much. But maybe not. Oh, we're good. We're good. Okay, let's give it a ride, shall we? Did I just hit this whole thing with some smoothing? The whole thing? Or is that too much? I usually go like element by element. We'll just do a little bit of this. Just a little. Kind of one of these. And we need the colors. 14 of you still here. Guys, grab a snack. Grab something to drink. Thank you for spending your Saturday evening with me. That's crazy. Over a dozen of you, we've just been hanging out. We've been talking about so much and so little at the same time. Night Ride on the Beast will change your life. Yeah, I'm dying to try it. Too bad Planet Coaster 2 doesn't have the rattle B&Ms have now. This is the funniest thing. This was so funny. I'm not going to be able to find it. But on the Planet Coaster 2 subreddit, or just the Planet Coaster one, someone posted a POV of like how, like yesterday or today, yesterday, I don't know, like of how their the new update had made their ride really rattly. And it was a wing coaster, and it literally looked like when you watch that video that King's Dominion posted of Rapterra, and you could see the wing coaster seats kind of doing this. It literally looked like that in the game. So I would argue that they're moving in that direction of true realism. Planet Coaster. Oh man. I don't know where it went. Anywho, I'm not gonna kill myself trying to find this clip, but I'm at work and this stream has been the most eventful part of my shift. Well, I'm glad we can spice it up a little bit. How can we tip you? We got let me pull up my analytics, because I have considered the idea. Do you mean tip isn't money? Before I continue, you didn't mean like how can you give me advice? If you meant money, I've considered like doing a whole Patreon thing, because that's what people do. But I don't like long term. I want everything living at YouTube. I think, even though they take a bigger slice, from what I understand, I think just for ease of use for everyone, it's so much easier for you as a viewer if you want to support me and give me $1 to hit a little button right on the side of the video or right on the live stream and do it right here, as opposed to leaving the site, making sure you sign up or you put in your details into this thing or this. So I think I'm just going to hold out until I can monetize here. And we're getting there. We're not there yet. I am halfway with my watch hours. Right at about 2,000. You need 4,000. Actually, that's just to get ads. You need 3,000 to do memberships, super chats, all of that. So we'll start memberships as soon as we... No, I don't want to say that. I will start memberships as soon as I find a good reason to. I want to make sure it's not just a way that people can dump money towards me. I want to create memberships to potentially just be a way to share cool things, but also not stopping other people from accessing them. So memberships would probably be down the line, but as soon as like super chats and stuff are available, that button's going to be there on these live streams. So I need just like 1,000 more watch hours, and we good. And we can do that. As far as monetizing with ads, need another 1,000 watch hours, and then 1,000 subscribers. And we're closing in on that too. So just slow and steady, you know? Slow and steady. All right, Claxton came in. Oh, Claxton, I didn't even realize that was you. Madwatch and Claxton both having the purple icons, and the icons being really small on my phone. I couldn't tell the difference. Welcome, Claxton. Hope you're doing well. Hope the roads are a little clearer near you as opposed to me, because it's a nightmare getting around this week. Red Center Rail. The man has spoken. That ain't no center rail. Do we think it's 3? Oh, we do. We need a rich red. White running rails and fins. It's a bold strategy, but I like it. What about the supports? Did he give me supports? We got no support. No recommended support color as of yet. What's the better night ride, Beast or Voyage? Someone who has more experience in mainly the Beast. Please let Jeff know. Raptor is going to shake its riders like... Oh my goodness. Yeah, it is... you know... This might sound really cynical. I hope B&M gets a little worse. Genuinely. I hope they let... Because here's the problem. The legacy... pretty much the original company is gone. It's all, at this point, the original, like the founders, the original designers, most, if not all, have moved on. And it is family members of the originals, or it is just, you know, people who now are in charge. Don't know how that happened. Haven't studied the business of it. It's not the same B&M. They have this, obviously they design the rides the same, or like they have the same schematics, and, you know, they build things to the same tolerances, and they clearly have legacy ways of doing things. But this new company is not devoted to quality quite as much as it seems like they used to be. I would like to see them... This is so bad, because B&M, I love your rides. But I think they got too comfortable being like the manufacturer of choice, especially for the regional parks, for Cedar Fair, Six Flags. And I would like to see, with New Vacoma, with Intamin, with all these things, parks start to pick other options, because I want to see B&M go crazy again. Like, I want... what's the last model we got from them? The Wing? If you don't count the family coasters, I barely count those, because it's just an iteration of an existing ride. There's the 2 new family models, the Invert and the like Penguin Trek. But the last time that we got a new B&M Thrill model, Wing, they made changes to the dive at a certain point, but like I really want to see them kick it into full gear again. I would like, and I think something has to happen for that to happen. I don't think they're gonna, as long as we'll always be able to sell dive coasters and inverts, and, you know, I think something needs to happen. Hot take. This live will get you lots of hours. So, do you notice this? Check this out. Boom. That's not my channel music. You know why? Because I went back and forth with, God bless her heart, Justirius. Don't know her, never met her, never talked directly to her. She is an artist who is very small, just like I'm a very small creator. She used that same intro beat that I have for this channel, and I use it throughout the videos. It shows up at the beginning and the end, and like whenever I do the orange screen. That is a beat that Dry Lids made. Also don't know him, haven't met him. I have talked to him. And it is for us to use, which I appreciate. I give him credit, and it's a track I can use for free. Love it. Thank you. In the using that Creative Commons license, or just the no copyright, he's like, this is a genuine, if you use that sort of thing, especially if you use it to actually put your vocals over, like record music to, do not turn on ID tagging for that song. As in, if I Googled like H3 Beats, for example, that's the guy I use for all my other music. That's who made that song I just showed you. All the music you're hearing, the lo-fi, that's H3. He makes free for profit beats. Love it. If I go and I download his beat and then I upload it to YouTube in a music video or something, and I check ID tagging, or maybe it's the opposite. Maybe you have to check that you don't want ID tagging. Regardless, when you have that on, when it's going to check, it will automatically have YouTube claim any video that has that song going. The problem is, I didn't use Justirius's song. I don't remember what it's called. It uses that same intro beat that I use. And YouTube, last time I did this live stream, because I had to run to the bathroom, or because I had it going at the beginning, it was running long enough that YouTube went, hey, we recognize this beat. That's Justirius's. It's not. It's a royalty. It's like a free. I have the license, man. It's just not an exclusive license, and yet that artist was treating it as such. So please don't pester her. I probably shouldn't have even said her name. She makes music. I'm sure it's great. I just had to go back and forth with YouTube and her distribution company. So we got that removed, that not a strike, or just the claim removed from that live stream. The problem is the duration that claim existed was when most of the views happened on that live stream. And I'm trying to build up my watch hours, and not only does a claimed video not get monetization, I don't care because I'm not monetized, it also takes your watch hours. So that sucked because I lost like a couple hundred watch hours. Or like 100, I don't remember what it was. It was like 100 watch hours. Because most of the views of people watching through that live happened in that period. So now I'm uber cautious. I'm only using H3 Beats music because I have contacted him plenty of times. We've talked. Great guy. Love what he does. Love that he empowers other artists to make stuff. But he's been an asset to ensure that we can navigate those claims if they do happen. Whereas navigating it with this, anywho, going on for too long. Not an expert. Parks aren't paying as much, which leads to lower quality rides. Yeah, but at the same time, I guarantee you the new B&Ms, King's Dominion and oh my goodness, I butcher this every time. Wrath of Rakshasa. Those aren't cheap, guarantee. They are cheaping out, but at the same time, I think B&M's kind of letting it go a little bit. Just start doing the RCTV live stream to get the watch time. I'll start right now. I'll call in sick for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, it's solid. Yeah. I want a Shivering Timbers night ride. I have been saying this. This is okay. Hold up. Did we ever? I kind of skipped over a ton of stuff. Did we ever get a support color? We're going dark gray for now. No, we're going light gray for now. Oh, look at that. Medium gray. Cars can be green. and bile. Ooh. More like bronze. Yeah, Steel Vengeance at night. I've done once, maybe twice. So good as a night ride. I just thought Maverick was crazy because it does like the back and forth, really low to the ground. Low to the ground at night feels really chaotic. Steel Vengeance just feels faster. But they're both insane. Audio's from a friend's channel. He's a producer. I wear glasses. Yeah. That's a Millennium Force for me. That I don't even know if it was front row, but I've done a Millennium Force night ride that I consumed protein. So many flies, mayflies. Crazy. I could talk YouTube all day. I know, man. We have talked YouTube all day. What are your positives and negatives with YouTube? I'm big positives. Big into the positives for YouTube. Any nitpicks I have are so small. Like at some point, like back in the day, from what I understand, YouTube wouldn't put ads on not monetized content. Now they do. There are ads playing on my videos. If you go to my video, you're going to get an ad. Crazy. I'm not getting that money. I'm not getting it. YouTube gets it all. I would like to monetize immediately because there's ads on my stuff and I wouldn't mind getting a piece of that because now you're bothering my audience. Why are you getting all the benefit, YouTube? Or don't show ads if I'm not monetized. Because back in like Casey Neistat when he was daily vlogging, all that, in case any of you were into that or around, he like got a billion views or hundreds of millions of views before he monetized because he didn't want that experience to be interrupted. And so you're saying now, if that's a conscious choice I made and I'm taking a money hit, like I'm not making money, but because I want the experience to be better for my audience, you're saying that doesn't matter anymore. Like you're just going to put ads regardless. That's kind of silly to me. And then just things like what I was just saying. Like I wish I could dispute it with like the whole intro song thing with YouTube. Because I did go through YouTube and it got removed. But I'm pretty sure if I put that song in this live stream for a couple minutes, I would get the exact same thing. I wish I could like have kind of a guarantee or like moving forward if this artist tries to claim for this song. Like, you know, I wish there was a little more there, but I also understand the sheer amount of content put on YouTube. It's hard to it would be impossible to give every creator that level of attention and, you know, so overall love YouTube. As a consumer, I like watching YouTube. The fact that it's a free platform, super cool. Ad supported, that's great. We're seeing paid. I'm not giving YouTube any ideas, but we're seeing, like, I pay for Disney Plus. I get ads. That's crazy. I don't pay for Netflix. I don't have it. But if you do, the non-deluxe or premium tier, you get ads, even though you're paying $7, $8, $9 a month. Back in my day, it was ads or a paid subscription. It wasn't both. So I watch more YouTube than any of those, like any traditional streaming platform, like for movies and shows and stuff. I watch more YouTube than that. So I like that it's free. It's cool. And if you want to support creators, like that's money that you're saving by not paying to access YouTube. You could just give it straight to the creator. And sure, YouTube takes a cut, but like you can't do that on. Ooh, that's a little sharp. That's a little sharp. If I'm watching like a Netflix show that I really like, really cool indie movie from a little team, little studio, I can't then be like, oh, let me tune into some of their content and I'll hit the donate button straight on Netflix and boom, I've supported them. You can't do that. I think that's super cool that you have the choice to do that on YouTube. And even if you're paying for premium, right? Like you still can I don't know exactly how that works, but if you're paying for YouTube Premium, it's like why am I struggling so hard to get this to look like a regular curve? I don't know how that works, but I from what is in my head, it's like if you have Premium, the people you watch can still get a piece of that pie, pretty much. So sorry I rambled for like 2 years on that. Overall, love YouTube. It's free for me as a consumer. I love that unlike Vimeo and stuff, unlimited upload space. It is crazy. Uh-oh. We're going a little slow. It's crazy how expensive storage is. Like for you and me, when we buy like a 64 gigabyte SD card or something, it's really cheap nowadays. Yeah. YouTube gets like so many terabytes of video that they host permanently every day. It's so cool that they do that for free. Genuinely super cool. Love that. And the coolest thing about YouTube to me is the community stuff. The way people interact, and like in comments, you'll see the same people, and in the, live streams and community posts, there's so many ways for people to connect, like with the creators and stuff. I think that's super cool too. You don't get that on like Vimeo or other platforms where it's like you're I should probably do the mid-course now. I think the community side of it's really cool too. Hey Dimitri, did you just change your thumbnail or your like profile picture? Like right now? Like, is this the one I saw at the start of the stream? Crazy. Cedar Point should sell Cedar Point branded goggles. Yeah. Yeah, or at the very least, if they force you to ride them at like... Okay, enough talk. If they force you to ride them on like Formula Rosa, just for a little sand, shouldn't I be wearing them for... Like sand is kind of, if it's windy, it's there. Mayflies, guaranteed at night at Cedar Point. Guaranteed every ride. In your eyes, in your mouth, all of that. Put them on. Fury 325 costs the same as Orion. Quality gap. Yeah, but they were also built far enough apart that like inflation is insane, dude. Inflation and demand. Give me 1 sec. Let's ride this. Let's give this a try. Then I want to break that down because I was wrestling what to put in the Fiesta Texas video about Wonder Woman because I was talking about how cheap Raptors are, and that's super complicated too. Mini Hyper. Woo! I mean, that's a good drop. Ooh. That's all tight. I kind of do. This one's good. That's a little, some of the profiling is very RCCA aerodynamics kind of vibe, you know. So I can smooth a lot of that out though. The problem is that, especially with COVID, which Orion was right before COVID, during COVID, prices of materials and goods always goes up over time. Inflation, it's the thing. But like for manufacturing specifically, big increase around the 20. And so it's interesting because in the Fiesta Texas video, I said it's cheap ride model. The Raptor, that prototype Raptor layout, it was $7 million for Wonder Woman. And I said that would be $9 million adjusted for inflation today. However, some of the recent Raptors cost like 13, 14, 15 million. So I don't know how much of that are location specific things. I don't know how much of it is the excavation they had to do to get the ride in. I don't know how much the ride actually cost in raw materials, and like that it differs on like different states based on like if they're using union construction workers and they have minimum, you know, like there's so many factors. But clearly there's a big this happening that caused a $7 million roller coaster to cost double that just like less than a decade later, because inflation hasn't gone up that much. So I do think like Fury to Orion was what, 4 years, 5 years, something like that. I mean, Fury probably would have cost quite a few mil more if they built it when they built Orion. So I do think there's probably a disparity there. But yes, that gap is insane between Fury and Orion, the quality. You ever play the original RCT or RCT2? Yes. Not much. And not in order. Like I did, RCT3 was my childhood amusement park game. I was grounded from playing computer games because we just had a computer. We didn't have a console or anything. I was grounded from playing computer games because I was like 10 or something, like 8. Because I hit my brother. And I was grounded for like a month, maybe more, over Christmas. And for Christmas, I asked for Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 Platinum, which has, as you may know, the Wild and Soaked add-ons. Full suite. Roller coasters, water slides, animals, all that. I get it for Christmas. And I'm like, oh, does this mean I'm not grounded anymore? Can I? No. So I had to wait a month before I could play Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 Platinum, which I got for Christmas. So that taught me better self-control in the future, because if I do something bad, maybe I won't get to play the game I get for Christmas that I really, 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 really wanted to play. But as soon as that little timer was up, cha-ching, I played RCT3 for years and years and years and years and years. So good. Everything about that game. Love it. So good. You remember faking being sick from school to play it? That's so good. Yeah, and then I went back to play RCT2, which I only did for a little bit because I had a PC for a pretty short amount of time. I was starting to get into some work at that point that kind of made it make sense to have a Mac. I don't know if you could get the Art Roller Coaster Tycoons, the originals, on there. So I only played RCT2 for a little bit. But on my phone, they had a RCT Classic or whatever, where you could play them. Super cool on your phone. Wasn't as good as an experience, but it was the games, so that was fun. So I think my RCT1 experience only ever came from the phone game, which is kind of crazy. Let's get this thing done. Boom, boom. I mean, shoot, that's probably like where Leviathan's like ending break run is. It's like up here. Dimitri, you did change your profile picture. That's crazy. Just right now. Just getting some work done. Hop in Photoshop. Go crazy. Profile is giving Chinese knockoff. Yeah, a little Jinma. Jeez, man. Okay. I keep going back and forth on whether or not I believe this thing still has more steam. And that, oof. Eesh. Appears we do. How high are the mid-courses? Do they ever, like, you wouldn't have like 100-foot high mid-course unless you're like a dive coaster. Good music in this game. I will say, everything, a lot of things in this game have a splash sound effect, which I understand is like the primary thing of this game. Like, don't make the clicking through menus and things be splashy. It's still Planet Coaster, and they're pushing the water park thing a little. Again, I get it. It's the main new feature. But it's a coaster game too. You can't tell it which like side to put the things on, right? It's just gonna like move a few if I interact with them. I don't know where I'm going. Oh my goodness. I was going underground. I mean, that's fun. That's real fun looking. Which Xbox do you have? The Series S. I should have got the Series X, but I was a broke college kid at the time. Now I'm just not in college. I got the Series S. I should have got the Series X. It's not like I'm completely pushing this thing to its limits, but I really wish I had the disc drive because I have a lot of games from when I had an Xbox One. I've had to rebuy a few online, and that's almost covered the price difference between the S, which is only digital, and the X. And then I also bought like a storage expansion for this. So I've definitely, this exact Series S that I have with the games it has, that could have been physical that I already have, I have overpaid. I think I've paid more for this so it just made sense at the time because it was like half the price of an X. But, you know, there were a few more expenses along the way. Let's give this a go. I was debating going to Universal. Frontier prices dropped, so it's not too much. Yeah, and wasn't it? I don't know what the thing is. I don't know if this. I have not looked into getting tickets because I just haven't. I hit the test button. I paused the game. I haven't looked into getting tickets at all. But I saw airtime through it. Chris, he was like, I had to buy, I'm going to be there opening day. I had to buy the 3-day pass. I had to buy the 3-park pass to get that to work. What's that about? Is that a thing? Like you only can go opening day if you have like are they only selling higher passes at this point? Because shoot, if I went in the spring or just this year, I would probably want to go to all 3 parks, and that would be like $300 minimum, right? I know it gets cheaper every day, but oof. Yeesh. JR to MCO only $230. Claxton, time it better, man. I don't know how long you need to be there. If you can stay for like a week or something, you can get like $90 flights from between those 2 airports. You just got to be on it. I think when I went last spring, it was like 110. Obviously, the closer you get and the closer you are to a busy season. Yeah, very Jinma. Ooh, that's a tight pull out there too. It's pretty good. Yeah, a lot of gin going on here. You need a universal annual pass for single day tickets. What? To go to Epic Universe, you have to have a pass and a day ticket? Is that legal? That's crazy. Zamperla? Is this Zamperla? Zamperla. Is this actually you guys? I loved Wild Mouse. If you want to see me enjoy it, go check out my Coaster Mania video, but I'm not going to tell Zamperla what to do. Is this actually Zamperla? But yes, I would say Wild Mouse at Cedar Point is neck and neck with my long-term favorite Wild Mouse, which is Mad Mouse and Michigan's Adventure, which is an old school Arrow. And even you have to pay respect to the classics like that. But no, I thought Wild Mouse at Cedar Point, super smooth. Super smooth. The spinning isn't too much. Surprisingly dynamic. I expected it to be hairpinny, you know, maybe a hill or two, but no, it looks, it kind of looks like a Wild Mouse ride, but it rode a lot more like just a spinning coaster in general. Zamperla's Drew. Is Droco Adventures Zamperla right now? Zamperla. Yeah, Drew. Wait, is that true? Now I'm tripping. If Zamperla pulled up... Oh, it's so Drew. Zamperla can't figure out a launch coaster, they think. Listen, Claxton, you gotta take that up with them, man. I think they can figure out YouTube too. They have an account. I just looked them up. But they're Zamperla rides. I don't think they'd show up as just Zamperla. And they post sort of regularly. New rides and stuff. Hey, maybe if they need a... Zamperla, man. Who is this? Is this you? Zamperla. If you're here. Thank you for trying to really break into the thrill coaster market. I hope that you do. I hope that people are enjoying the ride at Playland. It looks great. And I hope Top Thrill 2 is like butter this coming year. And Zamperla, if this is not you, those things still hold true. Galaxy Spin at Fun Spot Kiss Me is the craziest Wild Mouse I've ever been on. I've heard of... Oh, what is that? What is that one? Do you know what type? Galaxy Spin. Fun Spot. Accident. That was the first thing that came up. Fun Spot. Galaxy Spin. Accident. Oops. Oh, yeah. I've been on a couple of this model, I believe. I think Opa. That's probably the rarest credit I have. Opa Twister Coaster. At Mount Olympus. And I went there during the winter for a birthday trip. Because they were doing the timeshare thing, right? Where they like try to get... They were doing the timeshare thing where they try and like pitch you a timeshare, but in return for sitting through their like 2-hour lecture, you get to go to a place for a couple days. Super cool. I was like 9. My parents were like, yeah, this is a good way we could do a birthday trip for you, not break the bank. I didn't have to sit through the thing. I think I just went to the water park again. But we just went to the indoor amusement park, which currently super sad. Has nothing going on. There's like 3 flat rides and like 2 of them are the same. But at the time they had Opa Twister Coaster, which is a wild mouse, and I believe it had a fatal accident. At least a bad accident. I'm not entirely sure on the outcome of that, but my condolences either way. And I think promptly after that accident happened, they took it out. And that was it. So, didn't know it at the time, but that is probably the rarest credit I will have. I'm weird with the profiling, man. This is problematic. Do you know how Animal Kingdom got rid of... I've been on that one too. What was it called? Was it Triceratops Spin? Was it... I don't remember what it's called. B&M Hypers typically have a helix at this point, and mentally I'm over it. So we're just gonna do one of these. Oh, we're parked a little close, aren't we? Hold on. Okay. I needed to get out of this turn way faster, because I can squeeze in another hill, but I gotta stop the dilly-dally. Gotta make it happen quicker. Yeah, Primeval Whirl. Primeval Whirl. Dollywood at least is called. Let's back it up. True. Yeah, there was an issue. Oh, yeah, there was an issue with the restraint. Oh, man. Bad design, poor maintenance. Yeah, I'm sure the design was rough, but if from what I hear about Mount Olympus is anything to go by, then I would not be surprised if poor maintenance was the primary culprit there. But that sucks, man. Boom, hit the brakes. We're out. Just like that. Oh my gosh. You guys, you caught me slacking. You caught me red hand slacking. I can't believe it. Ooh. Dang, you really got to ace this, don't you? The whole reason we're making this this model was for the splashdown. Does anyone know the entry angle I'm required to have? Like 45 would make sense. $45 makes sense. Bad design, though. $45. A little longer. Oh, that's perfect. Oh, it wasn't perfect. No, it is, because we'll put a body of water around it. That thing really like slams you down, doesn't it? Like that pull out. And we'll just go straight into the brakes. Don't even give them a second to breathe. Actually, this would better tell me the exit angle. 45, it was. Okay, so we kind of nailed that. Splashdown immediately into the brakes, kind of a buzzkill, but that's what my park has the budget for. Friction. Straight to friction. A We're we're so close. Gotta go fix TT2. All right, Zamp. Good. Hey, see what you can do about keeping the, I hear the seat height, having the seats up, although potentially a large culprit to some of the problems you're having, from what I heard, worth it. Keep those seats up high. Made the whip better. That's what I heard. I haven't been on the ride. You'd know why. You know what I'm saying? I messed up. A B&M train is legally not allowed to make a turn this tight. So we're going to pretend that it's complete. And we're going to smooth everything. So they can travel back in time to when it was supposed to be open all season. Good night, y'all. Okay, Claxton, thanks for stopping in, man. As soon as this coaster is done, we will kind of wrap things up. I'm just so... I guess I could do this. Ooh. I lied. I cannot do that. I thought I could kind of rotate the whole thing, that being the pivot point. That's okay. We can kind of curve out of the splash, I think. I think that's our best bet. Boom. There we go. Now we're talking. And a little bit calmer of a decline as well. And with the frictions, block. Oof. Might need more of an angle, actually. Oh, man, I suck at this. One more try. 8. That's the magic. The magic number. 8 degrees. Boom. Boom, boom. Boom. 0, 11. Yeah, okay. Drive tires. Just gonna eyeball this one. It's a hair more than 90 degrees, so we'll need one. I should probably do it in like smaller increments. Not bad, not bad. Ooh! There it is. Boom. Okay. We just need to throw a little smooth on here. Looks like the Valraven station. Yeah, Valraven has a whole lot of the downhill breakage going on. And they have, yeah, that ride has so... The only thing is, and it was like this, yeah, it was like this in Planet Coaster 1 as well. Smoothing does too much to the banking, in my opinion. Like, I understand I'm the one that has selected the strength and the smooth all option. But I'm just saying, it, like, I feel like a level of that smoothing should also take vertical G-force into account. I feel like most of the time it's just trying to reduce the banking itself. And I feel like, hey, maybe stop reducing it if you're literally turning like some very, ooh, that's tight. That's very tight. You're turning livable vertical G-forces into like deathly lateral G-force. You dig the layout? Thanks, man. Seems close. I wasn't coming in with any crit, and I feel like the smoothing doesn't really, it's getting taller. I feel like in the last game, it really would start flattening that hill if I was smoothing like that. Yeah, I'm not doing anything crazy with this layout. I did make what I think is a really good hyper. It was close to a giga in the first game. It was in a campaign. Maybe we'll swing over there right before the night's over. Ooh. I don't know what's happening over here. All right. And then if we run it as a blocked setup. Not digging this. Not digging this. Everyone feels safe when the restraint is kind of that yellow, you know? You just kind of feel safer. Oh, it didn't save. Okay. If we run it as block section, we should have 1, 2, 3. We should be able to do 2 trains. Why can we do 3? Because we have a mid-course, baby. I should know. You see that name? You see this name right here? That should tell you I know what I'm talking about. I'm still going to run it with 2. I don't trust. I don't actually, let's see. Wouldn't necessarily trust. Oh no, that's got the heat. Okay, let's give it a whirl. Then we out. While we ride this, if you have any name suggestions. It looks really cool. I came back out of it a bit. We just finished the layout. You're experiencing the first full ride on this thing. Here we go. I love the group headbanging on Bell's Break. Woo! Solid drop. Gray out. Just getting my vision back. Gray out. Still just getting it back. Sustained gray out. That's a little funky down here. That's probably pulling some strong G's. I think for the most part, this is a pretty chill ride. Nice. Keep it rolling straight through. Ooh! Are you supposed to hit the splashdowns at like 1 mile an hour? I hate that it's a like a prescribed angle. I was really hoping this would be adjustable because it was like this for the water coasters too. It's like you got to be crawling. Like the brake run would have to be like this high, and it would have had to. Ooh, I could do that. Actually, I could be the killjoy. I could do it. Crank this sucker way down. A smooth 13. Let's shave an extra 10 off. Guarantee it's not going to hurt quite so bad. car crash. Yeah. Have you ever grayed out on Millie? Yeah, I'm learning. Rip, dude, rip. You just lost all the fun on that part of the ride. But that seems more survivable. That part is crazy. Why would you... And then this is way too drawn out. I shouldn't have... It was fine. It's fine. It's not fine. I'm a perfectionist. I'm not okay. Oh my gosh, that's not what I wanted. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Ooh. That's pretty sharp. I guess also you'd probably have a little longer trains. You wouldn't really ever see 4-car. Kind of overlook that part. Shoot. I'm getting lost in the details. But it's over when I say it's over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 feels fine. Is 6 fine? Or do we need the 7? I think 6 is fine. I think 6 is good. We're getting funky with it. Squeeze a little extra blockage out there. Probably just do this, actually. That sort of thing. One of these. Oh, this always gets... This is going to get messy. Good enough. Oh my gosh, imagine if I quit. Save is new. This is, oh, it's still the first park ever. Imagine. Oh no. We got a problem. We can power through though. Okay, we did save it. That's good. Now I got this. This is just a part of the experience now. Let's pop back over here for a sec. Hey guys, we're just about done with the live stream. Let me please see if I can fix... Okay, we're good. That's it. That is it. What's the name? What did we land on? Mid-course actually doing its job. No! The mid-course, although yes, it added the ability for a third train. I'm saddened by the fact I actually needed to slow it down. It actually needed to be a brake run. That's just sad. Shaving a little speed off in this economy? Okay. Let's just kind of watch it go around once more. Call it good. A little more beauty in the lighting. What do you guys like? We like the cinematic, because that looks great. This is what my shots look like, honestly. I like to shoot from under the... Oh, I don't do this. I don't match the rate, the speed, the height. I like trains. That's a throwback. How does the cinematic view always kind of pick the worst angles? Oh, that's good. There you go. I mean, that would be a fun drop. That's airtime. That is airtime right there. That's kind of a funky little overbank. Weirdly drawn out, and then the turn right after it is so tight. But we did a thing today. And unlike the Giga Wacky Worm we made last time, this actually seems closer to realism. Boom. Yeah, that's whiplash right there. Oh, wow. There it is. There's the Valraven. There it was. The synchronized headbang. I mean, I feel like it's alright. I feel like it's pretty good. Let's check out the stats. What do you mean you weren't recording? I just tested a full cycle. Okay, there we go. 3,100 feet of track. That's pretty good for a mini hyper. 72 miles an hour. That'd be a good time. 173 foot drop, debatable, because it's like 190 feet tall and you're getting like 5 feet off the ground. So I don't know why they shaved, 15 feet off, but cool. Is it because like the chain lift went a little down? Maximum vertical is almost 6 Gs, which is legal if it's sustained for a very, very short period of time. Minimum vertical, however, that's bad. That's a bad number. I think you're not supposed to really do like more than -1. Me, for example. I'm in the neighborhood. I'm in the vicinity, somewhat nearby, 200 pounds. This would be 500 and like 20 pounds of force trying to go that way at the top of a camelback. And I don't think my shins could take that, or my quads, my thighs. I think bones would break at 500 pounds vertically. That wouldn't be fun. Don't know where it's getting the forwards from. Lateral 1.67. That's not bad. It's not good. It's not bad. That's actually not good. I think that's actually really bad. Because 1 G is bad, right? Because you don't want all 200 pounds moving that way either. You kind of want it mostly going down. So questionable strength on the G-force Aroni over here. Give me a little heat mappage. Let's see the vertical. Yeah, so that tight pull out pretty gnarly with the 4.85. 4 here, but all of those are doable. Where's the problem? It's got to be. It's got to be for like an inkling of a moment in these two positions. But let's check the live. Stop the test, start the test. All right. $5 mile an hour lift is kind of crazy in 2025. Here we go. We're just watching the verticals. 4 max on the first drop. -1.2. Ooh, there's the 5.6. This is going to be. Oh, and there again. Everything else starts to like chill out. Like I could bank and smooth its way into very realistic territory. This is going to be good. Wham. Oh, no. Wham. 415 right there. Yeah, so it's pretty much boom and boom, which makes sense. Because I'm a psycho for creating this when it's going like a lot slower than down here. It's going a lot slower up here than it is down here. And yet I like match or beat that rate of curve down here when it's going faster. And then I did that. That's a lot on the old body, you know? So anyway, I think that's it for Planet Coaster 2. I take forever to make rides. You can probably tell. I guess that's pretty short, isn't it? It'd be fun. I take a while to make rides. So sorry we only got through one. So I don't really have any more formative an opinion on the game than I did before. However, people are talking about this game like it is just completely busted and broken. True, there's some small stuff. Like I said, where the interval, if you change it and come back, it's gone. Doesn't remember it. So I can't ever time this ride to not block check up there unless I reset it every time I load the game. Also, this is a fun one. This is an insane amount of track. And yet, check this out. Boom. 940 feet. I believe it only measures from the station to the first turntable, or like thing where it changes direction. I think it ends in its, like, in its mind, it ends right there. I would love to know how long this ride is. I think it's huge. I think this is like at least 1.5 times this. But it's little things like that. But at the same time, I think this game looks gorgeous. My Xbox can't run the game with like RTX and all the crazy lighting. I still think it looks better than the first game. The shadows and all the, like, the textures looks great. The new ride models seem fine. Like, I'm glad they're here, but also feels very DLC-y in the way that, okay, you know, we got air launched, got this thing. I don't even know, did we have that last time? We got these two. We got the Vekoma over there. We got a hyper with a splashdown, but we already had a hyper, so is it really that much? And we got a surf coaster. And they did another water coaster, but you needed the pre-order, and I didn't. So it's just like, couldn't that have been like another 2 or 3 ride packs for the first game? I don't know. It does, like, because the meat and bones of the game, especially if you just strictly stay in the coaster side of things, not the water park. I haven't even gotten over there yet, so maybe that's where I'll feel differently. But the meat and bones of the game seem like the same as the first. It doesn't seem like a 1 to a 2. It seems like a couple DLCs, you know. But hey, if they support this game as they did Planet Coaster 1 with half a dozen or more DLCs, like, I would love to see the ride lineup get more fleshed out. There are some cool new flat rides. The whole water slide thing, water park thing, super cool. I'm seeing people do crazy stuff with that. So overall, seems cool. At the capacity at which I've engaged with it so far is Planet Coaster 1.5. That's kind of where I'll go with that. What if I didn't save? That'd be great. Thank you all so much for stopping by. It's been really fun. I know this kind of went on a long time. In my head, I was like, I'll be done at 10:30. It's 11:30. So, hey, thanks for hanging in with me. It just takes me that long to make a roller coaster on Planet Coaster. If you haven't, please consider checking out any and all of the videos I have on my channel. I take pride in them, and they are the only park vlogs you're going to be seeing for quite a few months. Except for an SBF Visa, maybe, and maybe a trip to Busch Gardens or something. But give those a look. Despite that, I do have quite a few videos lined up. I'm excited about their different style. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, man, thanks for stopping in. It's been a fun night. I hope you all had fun. Yeah, Tay, like and subscribe. Please do. Tay, is there anything you would want to change about Planet Coaster 2? Just more content. And some people took it a type of way when I think they've released their first paid DLC already. and a lot of people feel like there's still a lot of game-breaking things. Again, I haven't really hit a lot of game-breaking stuff, but I can see that there's a good amount of bugs happening. Kind of a weird, kind of tonally deaf to release a paid update when you kind of need to fix the game already. Like, do that first. But yeah, thanks for all stopping by. I enjoyed it. Great night. Go ride the SBF Visa. I'm not joking. There's probably going to be some. It'll probably be like, I'll try and turn it into a brief history of the SBF Visa, or like something slightly broader than just going to one FEC and riding an SBF Visa. Like, I want to give a reason to do that. But let's go to BG Dub. I am so down. That is extremely high on my bucket list. So I'm going to finish drinking now. Okay. Adios, River. If you got the itch to go to a theme park, it's an itch that you just can't get it to go away. Enjoy the rest of your weekend and night. You guys too. Thanks again for stopping in. Thank you so much. If you're watching this in the future, thanks for checking the whole thing out. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, if you haven't, consider subscribing to the channel. We got more stuff coming soon. It's been fun. It's been real. I'll see you guys soon.